morning everyone.
Good morning.
This is Luke and he's going to be joining me on part 5 of the North Downs Way. We are doing Oxted or Titsey Hill, thereabouts, Botley Hill to Otford, and it is an 11.8 mile section. I'm going to be wild camping. Luke is just here for the walk. He's going to be joining me in the morning to then finish off the walk into Otford where my car is. So he's parked his car here at Titsey Hill car park, no sniggering at the back. And yeah, it's going to be good fun. The weather is cloudy, maybe a chance of rain later on tonight, but should be okay. I've got my Rab Ridge Raider hooped bivvy and my OEX Bush Pro tarp, so fingers crossed that'll keep the rain off.
Nice and dry.
And Luke's channel is called the Real Travelling Amigos, so please do check him out. I'm going to put a link below in the description. And do you want to explain the reason behind the name of the channel?
Yeah, so it's called the Real Travelling Amigos. I do a lot of travelling and now walking and camping, and I consider anyone I meet along the way to be an amigo, a friend. So anyone that's in my videos is a friend of mine, whether I've met them once or a million times, doesn't really matter. Everyone's a friend.
That's really nice, yeah. So it's a bit of, well, wild camping you've just started doing, right?
Yes, did my first wild camp.
Check it out.
2 or 3 weeks ago, which I really enjoyed. And then I got the opportunity to come out with Tom on this walk, and I live not far from here, so I got a little bit of local knowledge, so I can hopefully entertain you along the way.
Definitely. Luke is going to be giving you lots of little tidbits of information and historical stuff. So yeah, hope you're looking forward to it. So, you know what I'm going to say? Enough talking, let's get walking. The walking is quite gentle or even downhill for this section as we pass from Surrey into Kent. It also scrapes the Greater London boundary for a while as light aircraft using Biggin Hill Airport pass overhead. The Pilgrim's Way runs to the south of and parallel to the North Downs Way for most of this section, and we will often see it from our lofty position atop the scarp. The two routes come together as they enter Otford. Okay, so I just zoomed in on these two masts over in the distance near Clark's Lane, and Luke's going to tell you a little bit of history about it.
Cool, so that one on the right,
yep,
is in the base of that. There is an old World War II communications building. Biggin Hill during World War II was where they developed ground-to-air communication, which was at its time quite a big achievement. As we are quite high up in Kent, in the southeast of England, it became a good base for communications, and in the field behind that there is concrete slabs on the floor which used to be anti-aircraft weapons. So when the Germans used to fly over from the southeast to try and bomb Biggin Hill in London, they would try and get the planes down before they got to London.
Luke reckons this might have been an old World War II bomb crater. It certainly looks like it. It's got the kind of the shape of it. It's a bit random for there to be that massive sort of circular depression in the ground. So yeah, who knows?
All around Biggin Hill, they're absolutely littered with old bomb craters, and in the woods along the high street of Biggin Hill, towards the airport, they're just every sort of 2 metres in between. They're just hole.
Mad.
Which is obviously where the Germans or even the English would drop their bombs to try and get rid of them before they landed.
Yeah, that's it. It's like Ramsgate on the coast was known as, it's part of the bombing alley. And it was, where if the Germans, well, I suppose if they hit their targets or not in London, say, or whatever, on the way back over the English Channel, they would then just dump the rest of the bombs to get rid of them.
Lighten the load. And
even if they didn't intend to hit those towns and areas, it was still another jab in the eye for us, their enemy. So, yeah, bastards. Hence why they invented... Or they built the Ramsgate tunnels. Basically, entire town built underground, and at one point there were more people living underground than there was overground. Anyway, that's another area, and that's another video for another time. Wow, bit misty out today, but we can sort of see right over there something.
Limpsfield chart over on the right.
All right.
Over on the left, around there, will be maybe just around the hill a little bit. Seven Oaks.
Yep.
Yeah, there's Eden Bridge is just the other side of that hill.
The Surrey Hills logo sculpture is one of several that have been erected at locations around the Surrey Hills area of outstanding natural beauty, which covers the North Downs and Greensand Hills in the county. The logo is based on an original carving by the sculptor Walter Bailey and represents a seed as it starts to germinate. The first North Downs Way milestone is passed as we cross the boundary from Surrey into Kent. At this point, we are 48 miles or 77 kilometres from Farnham, and either 65 miles 105 kilometres to Canterbury or 77 miles 124 kilometres to Dover. From this point on, the North Downs Way lies mostly within the Kent Downs area of outstanding natural beauty. There they go. Whoa!
That's pretty cool.
So it's about 2 PM now, and me and Luke have just stopped just off of the path, and we're going to have a little bite to eat. He's got some noodles that you can't buy in this country. There we go. Meagerine. And where did you get them from?
I got them off eBay. I got 40 packets for £15.
That's good.
I used to eat them all the time in New Zealand and Australia, and they're just instant happiness when you put them in your mouth.
Brilliant. That sounds like a double entendre, that, but yeah. Excellent, fried noodles. And there we go. So yeah, he's gonna be sharing some of those. I've not really got anything too entertaining. It's a British Army ration pack, I believe. Can't remember which number. I've got quite a lot of beverage drink powders which I should have consumed. I've got some boiled sweets, lemon flavour. There we go. I'm pushing the boat out there, so we've got some of those. Some chewing gum, an apple flavoured energy drink. I'm going to have that, I think, as well, because I could do with it. Oh, the sun's coming out, lovely. A little bit breezy, but it's okay. We're sort of in a sheltered-ish spot, I guess. I've got a coffee, I'll have that. And like a trail mix as well. It's like a tropical fruit one. It's got some bananas and stuff like that all in it. And yes, that's going to be lunch. Hopefully the microphone's working, because the wind has picked up quite a lot up here at the moment. Luke's made himself a wind deflector with his coat. You do know I've got a metal windshield with me. I haven't told him that yet. I'll crack it out in a minute for me coffee. I'll show you the view now.
Just wait until I've finished and then get it out.
And this is our view from where we're stopping for lunch. Not bad. Lovely jubbly. And I think that's the M25 in the distance. So we've just seen some of the Spitfires flying overhead that you can pay to go up in, and they have like a little plane that flies with them as well to take photos and film it for you and stuff. You know, you're looking at sort of ranging from a couple of grand upwards really to do it, but it is worth it. And I believe Luke actually did that for his dad's 70th. They went up in a Spitfire over at Beachy, or down at Beachy Head, and not the one that I've just shown you, but before that I was cooking and I didn't have time to film it, but a Spitfire flew overhead with the camera plane, shall we call it, and that was the exact plane that your dad went up in?
My dad went up in. It was, the serial number's MJ772.
MJ772, and it's called the Spirit of Kent. And we saw.
Spirit of Kent is the second plane.
Oh, the second plane, sorry, that I filmed. That's the Spirit of Kent. The first one, which you didn't see, that's the one. Yeah, his dad went up in. That's pretty cool. That.
Which actually, if you go onto the channel yesterday, there is a documentary about the restoration of that MJ772, which was released 2 days ago, Thursday.
So they all fly out where? From like, does that fly out from like Biggin Hill and stuff?
Flies out from Biggin Hill. They're going to be fly over Seven Oaks, and then depending on what you've paid for, you either go to Kent, like Weald, or Beachy Head, or over the White Cliffs of Dover.
Wow.
And then you do victory rolls, barrel rolls. I've made a video of it. I'm sure Tom will put a link in the
I'll put a link
below, just if you're interested in Spitfires and things.
I'll look for the link, yeah. So, I mean, failing that, just go on Luke's channel, the Real Travelling Amigos. It's down below there, and it's on there, yeah. That's pretty cool. Right, so lunch is ready. I've made myself a coffee from the British Army ration pack. That is probably going to be awful because I don't really like coffee, but my creamer's clumped up. That looks awful, but it's hot. It's got some sort of flavour to it. I'm going to try it. You know, that's all we've got. And then we've got. Is this all for me, or is?
Yeah, I've got 2 packets.
Oh, blimey! So Luke has kindly made me this entire bowl of noodles. So give it a try. Cheers, mate. There we go.
What do you think?
Oh, they're decent. They're
nice,
really good. Yeah, brilliant. Right, I'm going to wolf this down anyway. It's much needed food because we are starving, and we'll enjoy the view, and hopefully, who knows, see the Spitfires coming back, and maybe I'll try and film them this time. So we just finished lunch. That was very nice indeed. Cheers, Luke, for the noodles. And
No worries.
we'll walk along the ridge. Westerham Hill, the road is over that way somewhere. So I think we're heading towards Knockout. I don't know, I'm always getting place names wrong. So yeah, anyway.
A little thing about Knockout.
Go on.
It's in the parish of Cudham. Cudham has one of the oldest churches on record in the UK, and I think it was recorded in 958 AD, and also has the oldest summer fete in the UK, or recorded summer fete in the UK. So if you're ever around Cudham and it's summertime, come and see the fete. It's great fun.
Brilliant. I told you I'd get it on camera for you. Yes! So the sign above says the Kent-Surrey border is 2.5 miles that way, and Knockout is 1 mile away, and we're at a road or lane called Hog Trough Lane.
Yeah, Hog Trough Lane.
And Luke has got a little bit of history about it.
Right, okay, so Biggin Hill never used to be called Biggin Hill. It was part of an estate called the Aperfield Estate, which loosely translates to Applefield Estate. In the, I believe it was the 1800s, a guy called John Douglas bought the estate, and all the land he sort of petitioned it up and sold it off, and a lot of pig farmers bought the land and created farms there, which was obviously good for the pigs. They were eating lots of apples and things that are falling on the ground. And then towards the end of the year, when there's no more apples left, they used to drive the pigs along these roads down Hog Trough Lane up to Titsey Hill, where they would then go and eat all the acorns that had fallen in the estate of Titsey Hill. So rumour has it there's still what are they called? Are they packs of pigs? Or group of pigs? There's still, or family of pigs still living wild up in Titsey Hill Estate, but I've only heard that to be rumoured, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, this is a very old road, one of the original roads of the area. As you can imagine, it probably was all muddy and stony, and horse and cart, things like that going down there. So
That's why it's called Hog Trough Lane. Right, welcome back everyone. Well, it's probably been about 2 hours since I last spoke to you because I've had an absolute nightmare with the tarp. Cut a long story short, I forgot to bring my paracord, but luckily I'd kind of modded this Bush Pro tarp by tying some little paracord loops onto the existing loops so you could bring them out further and use sand stakes and stuff. So luckily I had all the loops, and I had to take all the loops off and basically make my own guy lines and stuff, like just make longer bits of paracord so that you can see here. I know you can probably take paracord apart and, like, you know, make it thinner but then tie it all together and stuff, but that was too clever for me. And I've tied it out there, up the back there where the torches, and yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, I'd sort of say it's like a lean-to slash plough point configuration. Basically I wanted somewhere sort of there to sit under, although that's quite steep, so that's probably not going to give me too much protection from the rain. But the hooped bivvy, the Ridge Raider, is pretty much, that's safely under the tarp. I can't see the rain getting in at me from there, and I mean the body of the bivvy is under the tarp, and I've pulled the tarp off of it, so yeah, I'm happy with that. That's good, because we are forecast some rain in the early hours. Yeah, I think that's going to be alright really. I mean, look, you can see there's enough there to sort of keep the rain off the door. I think it's if the rain comes in from this way, like the way I'm facing, maybe not so, but I don't know. I might be able to lower this down and bring it down maybe over to here, but do you know what, I don't care. I think it would be fine. Seriously, you never know, it might not even rain. He says that's probably giving it the kiss of death now, but anyways, I've literally spent probably the best part of 2 hours trying to do that. Wanted to do a lean-to first, then it wouldn't work. Then I realised I didn't have any paracord. One of my poles, there, that one, cheap old pole I've had for years, that broke, like properly broke. At one point I was even getting some of these vines and stuff, and I was actually trying to make my own sort of string or rope, and that was actually working quite well at one point. And then I looked at all the loops that I'd made on here and just went, sod it, just take them off and make your own paracord, which luckily I had just about enough to fashion this monstrosity. Anyways, it's not pretty, but it should work with any luck. So I'm going to get all the stuff inside the bivvy now, because I've not even done that yet, and I'm probably going to crack open a cider because I feel like I've earned it, and just sit down for 15 minutes and chill out. Well, finally got everything set up, and I'm sat under the tarp next to the hooped bivvy, and I thought I'd show you what 3 alcoholic beverages I've got with me tonight. I've gone with tins again to save on weight. That's a Recorderlig premium Swedish cider, passion fruit flavour, 4%. Had it before, but not in a tin. That was given to me by my mate Hambo on the last section of the North Downs Way, so cheers mate. Going to be having that tonight. Then yesterday in Asda's with Candice, I bought a 10-pack of Copperberg Rosé ciders, which I've not seen before, and they're 4% as well. And we had a couple last night actually at hers, and they're really nice. See if you can see it, I don't know, probably. So we've got that, and then for a beer, now you've probably all heard of this one before, we've got an Elvis juice by Brewdog. So just about right there. So Brewdog Elvis juice, grapefruit infused IPA, and this is 6.5%. so I'm probably going to have that in between the ciders, I think. It says this is a beer can, not a prospectus. Visit brewdog.com equity for punks to read the prospectus and find out more information. Investments can go down as well as up, and you might not get back what you invest. Yeah, find out more about owning a part of Brewdog. Now I'm thinking the passion fruit Recorderlig first. Apologies about this lighting, it is absolutely diabolical. I'm going to have that first anyway. It's just Recorderlig pear cider with passion fruit flavouring, made from pure Swedish spring water, 4% like I said. The perfect serve for this drink: ice cubes, chilled Recorderlig passion fruit cider, a squeeze of lime, a wedge of lime to garnish. Beautifully Swedish refreshment. Anyways, let's crack it open. So cheers everyone, and thank you for watching this far in the video and not getting bored. And cheers to Luke as well for joining me, mate. I hope you're having a nice evening with your better half. Cheers everyone. And of course cheers to Hambo as well, mate, for giving me this little drink. Hambo's always very generous. He's always what's it, showering you with gifts. I hope you're not trying to groom me. I'm joking. Anyway, cheers. On the menu for dinner tonight, this is, as I mentioned earlier, a British Army 24-hour ration pack. I've got the little meth stove again, the Trangia, and the little Esbit triangle. I do have my BCB gel fuel stove as well. And main meal is going to be chili con carne with long grain rice. So probably going to give me some bad shits in the morning. We will see. Got a tropical flavour drink powder, a tea, a cherry turnover, kind of like a cinnamon bun, that sort of thing, and a hot chocolate before I go to sleep. Breakfast is going to consist of, I'll show you that now, I may as well get it all out of the way. That's going to consist of an apple and cinnamon muesli with milk, 100 grams, a grapefruit drink powder. I've added a little breakfast sort of topper to the muesli, so that's just got some pumpkin seeds, some cranberries, some little chocolate pieces, some almond flakes, stuff like that in it, just to tie it up a little bit. An oatmeal block, a fruit explosion mixed fruit puree. This one is apple, kiwi and passion fruit. We've got an English breakfast tea, a little coffee, which I'll probably mix with another hot chocolate which I added to it. Stuff that I've had for lunch, some of this tropical kind of flavour trail mix, nuts and dried fruit and whatnot, some spearmint flavoured chewing gum, some lemon flavour boiled sweets. There was a coffee that I had as well. I think there was an apple isotonic energy drink powder and a raspberry drink powder, which I warmed up, so I had like a hot raspberry drink, which was quite nice actually. I think I got the tip from Simon, a bloke in the woods. Cheers mate. And then of course Luke gave me a whole pack of those noodles as well to eat, so yeah, it's been quite good. So yeah, we're going to see how this goes really. I've had this menu before I believe, and it's not too bad really, it's not bad. So it's just hot food, I'm looking forward to it really. So we're just boiling some water up and nearly finished that cider already. So, you know what I'm going to say, enough yakking, let's get snacking. So while we're waiting for our food to cook, I thought let's try out the Brewdog Elvis juice. I think I did have this a long time ago. Yeah, I didn't have it on a camper or anything like that, I just had it out at some point. And immediately it's got a different kind of smell to it to a normal beer, or an IPA you could say. As I say, it's mainly grapefruit infused, so I think I was getting a hint of grapefruit in the smell. As Hayes would say, drive by. Anyway, right, here we go, cheers. That's not bad actually, that's quite good. Yeah, the bitterness is masked by the grapefruit. It's not quite as good as Quench Quake, but it's not far off of it. Yeah, I could happily drink that. I probably couldn't drink a ton of them, but that's not bad at all really. I'm going to give that Brewdog Elvis juice a 6.6 out of 10. So it's just above average. But like I say, it's not as good as the Quench Quake that they do. That's really nice. But this is It's probably my second favourite brew dog, I'll say. Let's get it in the little folding cup. See if we can see what colour it comes out as. Quite a yellow sort of colour to it. Looks a bit like piss, really. The moment of truth has arrived. I've cooked up my chili con carne and long grain rice, mixed them together, sort of boiled each in the bag separately because I couldn't fit them in this pot. What I did was mix it all up in the pot and then put it on the stove for a little bit longer because I've got enough fuel. So, see how this turns out. It's not bad. Not the most appetising meal I've ever had. To be honest, I'm not a massive chili con carne fan anyway, but out of some of the ration packs I'll take it, so hence why I bought it. And it had lots of other good things as well, so as long as it's not got tuna in it, I'm not fussed. It's hot food, that's what I need right now, so I'm happy. And I've made up that Thai food tea. I'll be honest with you, it's just nice to get away from the news, really. The news is so depressing at the moment. It's always depressing. It's just nice to get away from the bloody coronavirus. I'm fed up of hearing about it, you know. And I mean, out here, probably you're probably more worried about ticks than the coronavirus, but you know. I mean, I know I don't really talk about the news, and you shouldn't really talk about news in your videos and stuff because it's like an escape from all that shit, but to me the coronavirus is just like any other virus we've had before, like swine flu, bird flu, all that stuff. Just, you know, you just got to wash your hands and just, you know, be hygienic, which we should be doing anyway. So I don't know, the media blows everything out of proportion as always, so hence why I don't really follow news. I don't read newspapers, I don't watch the news. I try not to watch a lot of TV really. I just, you know, just watch YouTube. I watch what I want to watch. That's what I like about it. So, and the way I think it's going is media is heading in that direction. More people watching YouTube and Netflix as opposed to watching the TV, because the TV kind of controls what you view. You know, it's like BBC or buggering British kids, as I like to call them. You know, they say, well, you have to watch this at 7 o'clock, or there's no other choice, this is what you have to do and stuff, and it's just that's bollocks. So I'm all for kind of modern technology in a way. I don't have Netflix, I don't know how Netflix works. Candice does, but it's one of them things. I'm all for it because at least it gives us the freedom of choice. We can choose what we want to watch rather than be told by these TV companies and TV channels what to watch and stuff, because then they bring the news in. They go, you have to watch the news, you have to know about what's going on in politics and the world and all this shit, and you're just like, well, it don't really affect me. It doesn't really affect me directly. Anyway, I'm not going to have a rant on this video. Anyways, apologies about that. My food's getting cold, so I'll be honest with you, there's no place I'd rather be than doing this right now. Beer and chili con carne. That is a recipe for disaster regarding my bowels. So we're on our final drink of the evening, and this is that Copperberg Rosé cider, 4%, imported it says as well. That's just my little trekking towel that I've hung up dry, and it's not like some weird spirit hovering above my shoulder. It's just clipped it on the end of the tarp anyway. So 4%. Copperberg Rosé is an apple cider, pink in colour and refreshingly fruity to taste. We hope you enjoy this very special cider as much as we do. I think it's pronounced skål, which means cheers. So let's give it a try. Did have a couple of these last night and they were really tasty. Ooh, this one's been shook up a little bit. Oh, and it's a tasty little number. I mean, I don't know really, I'm trying to remember other rosé ciders that I've had. This I think is one of the best ones though. It's got a slightly sweeter taste than the Thatcher's Rosé, which is a very good cider and a good rosé cider. I mean, but this, I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest. Get out my face. That was a stupid place to put that. To take it down. I don't really know what to say about this this cider. I just like it. It's good. But at the same time, it doesn't really feel, or it doesn't taste like earth-shattering, like really different. But I mean, that being said, I think I'm still going to give it an 8.1 out of 10. I think that's fair, yeah. Yeah, this rosé, 8.1. It's not bad. Would I say it's the best cider of the evening? Well, I've only had two, haven't I? The Record League Passion Fruit is a very good cider. That might just slightly pip it, but it's not far off it, so yeah, I like it, it's good. Not a massive fan of Copperberg ciders normally, they're sometimes a bit sickly and stuff like that, but this is one of the better ones I think they do. So yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, Copperberg Rosés, check them out. I've eaten dinner, the chili con carne and long grain rice, and yeah, it wasn't the best meal I've ever eaten, but I ate it. I'm already feeling the effects of it, which is not good. Bit of acid reflux and gas, but it's food, innit? I'll have the cherry turnover thingamabob and me hot chocolate a little bit later on. I'll probably have those just before I go to sleep. I'll boil up the water for the hot chocolate, and then I'll get in the bivvy and I'll have that then. That should be nice. But I'm just going to sit out here for a little while longer and enjoy this. Started packing away some bits outside already. I did make up the tropical flavoured drink as well in that. I didn't make up loads of it, I made up sort of half a mug, so it's really strong. And then I've also got about 300ml, maybe 400ml a push of the apple isotonic drink powder in my drinks bottle that I've been drinking as I've been walking. So sorry, I've waffled on a hell of a lot on this camp. It's because I'm on my Todd again, so anyways, right, I'll probably chat to you when I'm in the bivvy next. I'm inside the Rab Ridge Raider Hoop bivvy now. The wind outside has really picked up. This is quite a sheltered spot though, but all the trees above me and around me, you can hear them, just the wind just rushing through them. I've checked for deadfall. Most of the stuff around me, most of the stuff, he says, all of the stuff around me is like living. It's pretty green. It doesn't look like there's anything that's gonna fall in the night on the tarp and stuff, so it should be okay. Fingers crossed. If you don't hear from me again, you know what's happened. It must be, I haven't checked the time yet, it must have gone 10 o'clock by now, and I want to get an early night anyway, because I want to be up early, probably around 6:30, and ideally I want to be back out on the footpath by about 8:30, 9 o'clock like I normally say, and that should give me enough time. I can meet back up with Luke. He's a top bloke, by the way. He's very, very knowledgeable as well. Very knowledgeable about the local area and its history and stuff. And it's been really fascinating. And yeah, we literally, I'm not going to lie, it's Saturday, and we basically kind of first started talking on Monday. So about 5 or 6 days later, we've done a camp together and a walk. Well, no, we haven't done a camp together, so we've done a walk together. So yeah, check out his channel, the Real Travelling Amigos. definitely give him some support. Okay, subscribe and check out his videos. There's a real wide variety on there, which is pretty cool, and he's just getting into wild camping now, so that'll be really good. And we've said we're going to do some more meetups and camps and walks together. Apologies for waffling on. I cannot summarise at all, I'm aware of that, apologies. So I've got me my light, little Larry, that Hambo kindly got me. I think it was a birthday present when we did the last part of the North Downs Way, so cheers mate. I mean, that and my head torch, some spare batteries for that, and like maybe a tiny little key ring light, and that's pretty much all the lighting I need. I mean, I suppose I've got the filming light as well. Probably don't even really need that with this. It's brilliant. If nothing of interest happens, if I don't get killed by deadfall or random animals in the night, or if I don't shit myself from that chili con carne, I'll chat to you in the morning. So a subscriber gave me this little catchphrase to say, "You know who you are, mate. Thank you very much. 3, 2, 1. Enough yawning. I'll see you in the morning." Good morning everyone. It's about 7 AM. I've been up since about 6:30. Just got the stove lit and I've had part of my breakfast, just boiling up water for the hot component of it. So a couple of hot drinks, apple and cinnamon muesli with milk. So yeah, I kind of just conked out really last night. I was pretty tired in the end, and once I got in here and I was warm, sort of comfy and laid down, that was it really. I sort of read the guidebook for a little bit and get a good night's kip, and I did. It was really warm again in this hooped bivvy. I mean, not excessively sweating. I was just right. It doesn't feel claustrophobic in here. I think it feels kind of safe and warm. Maybe it's like a going back to a feeling of being in the womb, I don't know. But it was perfect. And I was under the tarp as well, so we did have rain. I think it was probably at around 3, 4 AM like they said on the weather forecast. It probably did stop around 6, 6:30, so we've had about 2.5 hours of rain. But it was a nice sound to sleep to, and you feel kind of safe and cosy and warm inside a bivvy or a tent under a tarp when it's raining. It's a nice sound, but it's a nice feeling as well. I like it. So I don't really want to get out of here because it's warm and comfy, but I've got to. It gets light really quickly now. It's a sign that summer is on its way. It's amazing how quickly the seasons move. I'll start packing bits up inside the bivvy. But it's been a good little camp. It's been nice, very nice indeed. And so far the chili con carne has not come back to haunt me. Well, it's only 8:30 and I've managed to have all my breakfast in that time and get everything packed away except the tarp, just in case we had another downpour and I could sit under that and sort of wait it out and, you know, pack other bits away. But yeah, everything else is done. I've got all the rubbish bagged up, and Luke has just texted me saying that he's in Biggin Hill and he'll come and meet me in the woods again. I'm going to get the tarp taken down now. It did its job in the end, it worked. It kept the bivvy dry, it kept me dry. Wasn't the the greatest setup in the world, I know, but considering I didn't have any paracord with me, I sort of made do with the little loops that I'd made. I managed to break one of my trekking poles as well, so couldn't utilise those, so that'll teach me next time to double check everything with the tarp, not just go, yep, that's it, grab it and go. So lessons learned, but I'm glad I had the hooped bivvy though, because if I couldn't have used the tarp, that would have at least kept me sort of dry and I could have stayed in that, whereas if I'd just had a normal bivvy, that would have been absolutely miserable. But hey ho, lessons learned. Right, let's get this packed away and you'll probably see me next with Luke. That's the tarp all packed away, leaving no trace. Bit of a sort of a flat spot there, looks perfect for a wild camp. And lo and behold, look who's found me. The man, the myth, the legend, it's Luke again.
Morning guys.
It was good. He had a good night out with his better half, he says, so that was all good. Right, let's turn you round. There's all the gear. Rubbish is in the front of the bag there, so I'm going to get that on my back and we'll head off through the trees that way back to the path. We're back out on the North Downs way, and I was somewhere way over there. I can't see the spot at all, and Luke said he nearly didn't see me. I was tucked right out of the way in the depths of the wood. He just spotted the silver at the corner of it at the last second, but yeah, so that's pretty good. That's probably my stealthiest camp on the North Downs way so far. I'm quite pleased with that one. That was good, yeah. Bit boggy there though, bit boggy, but it was alright. Anyway, so this is our route, and it must be about 9 AM now, or thereabouts.
It is 9:05.
9:05. You know what time it is? Enough talking, let's get walking. Right, this is literally probably a few hundred yards, no, not even a few hundred yards from where I've been camping. There's like this, it's like a bricked off kind of pond or something, and this mysterious brick building that's in ruins. There was like a little very small brick watercourse near where I was camping, but I wasn't sure what it was, so we're going to go and have a look. And tell you what, this would have been a good spot to camp actually. This would have been a pretty cool spot. Loads of trees have come down here. This is what we're talking about. This is mad. Let's have a look. Right, let's go around this.
Found the front door.
Oh, he's found the front door. Right. Yeah, look at that. That's.
Oh man, you could have camped in here.
Oh, what? I don't believe it.
This is where the band Jam did their first ever live concert.
That is random. And Sham 69. Okay, so it's clearly the Clash. What's that say? 999. Oh, that was a punk band as well. I think they did.
It says punk up there as well.
Yeah. This is my kind of graffiti. Rat. That was an 80s hair metal band, I think. Interesting. It's weird. Last time on
The floor.
we was in the little sort of observation bunker thing near Reigate Fort. I found loads of like black metal band graffiti, like Dark Throne and stuff like that. What's that? Farrar? What's that say? Farrar.
Something football club.
West Ham. Yes, West Ham Football Club. Never get away from the hammers. 999. Yeah, they had a Homicide, I think, was their hit. I think. Not a bad tune. Oh, Tom, 2012. Oh, I can't believe it. It's a bit manky, the floor. I mean, oh, actually, look, there's like a, is that like a mosaic floor underneath? Ah. That's pretty cool. And then there's this little sort of small body of water that's bricked off outside the door. And you've got these windows. I wonder what this would have been. This massive arched doorway. Looks like there's no sign of a door on it. It's really, really peculiar. So if anyone knows what this building may have been used for, as always, get in the comments. What you seen?
Hooks in the brickwork.
Oh yeah, there's all those little hooks up there. There. That is bizarre. There's another brick wall or brick structure just there, but it's on the other side of the path behind this barbed wire fence, and there's a sign there saying private, no public right of way. So obviously there was something fairly major going on here in this little bit of woodland. No idea what it was though. Don't know if it's World War II. I mean, some of the brickwork in that one that we've just been in over there was quite modern looking. Didn't look like it was from the war, but who knows. So we found more brick structures. This is like two curved walls that maybe looks like the entrance to a driveway, and then they've fenced off the entrance to the driveway. So who knows, this could have been like the remains of an old house in the woods there, and that's what all those structures were that we saw. They could have been outbuildings, storage sheds, like pantries, like food, food storage. The M25 and M26 motorways have comprehensively carved up the countryside near Sevenoaks, so there is nothing for it but to grit our teeth, cover our ears and dream of better things to come as we trudge beside roads for half an hour and cross the M25. The Darin Valley Path is a 19-mile 30-kilometre walking route that follows as closely as possible the River Darin or Darin from its confluence with the Thames near Dartford to Otford, where the route divides into a western branch to Chipstead, partly shared with the North Downs Way, and an eastern branch to Sevenoaks. The route was devised by the North West Kent Countryside Project, and the logo is a stylised tree beside a river. Otford is a large village, population about 3,500 in 2001, beside the River Darin, with a duck pond as its central feature. St Bartholomew's Church dates from the 11th century. On our way through the village, we pass a 40-foot, 12-metre long mosaic by Oliver Budd, which tells the story of Otford from the dawn of human history to the start of the second millennium. Okay, we're at the famous Otford Duck Pond, and it's the centre of the village, and Luke has got some very interesting facts about it to tell you.
So that duck house,
Yep.
where is it? There, is the only listed duck house in the UK, which is pretty unusual thing to have as a listed building, but
Yeah.
it is.
It doesn't look that old.
No, I think they do refurb it every now and then.
And the pond itself is a scheduled monument,
Yes.
isn't it? I believe I read somewhere. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
It's basically a roundabout now, so yeah, it's quite strange. No fishing, it says. Yeah, can you imagine if you actually wildcats on this roundabout next to you? You'd definitely get arrested. You wouldn't get away with it. No way. Still, it's pretty cool. Oh, hang on, I think I can see something inside the...
Lay duck eggs?
Yeah, I think there is, yeah. I think there are duck eggs in there. We're not going to be able to pick it up, but I'll zoom in anyway.
Fancy a duck omelette?
Duck off. Right, anyway. Joe, you're quackers. Oh!
Well, do you know what? I went to the Chinese the other day, I picked up my food, and I put the bag on the passenger seat, and all of a sudden I see these little eyes popping out. I thought, oh, that's a bit strange, and it went back in, and they popped back out again. So I drove back to the Chinese shop, and said, what's going on, what have you given me? These eyes keep popping out. He said, you ordered Peking duck.
Oh, that's bad. Right, moving on. And nearby are the ruins of a 12th century Archbishop's Palace, which included Thomas Becket among its residents. Henry VIII seized it in 1538, but after his death the palace fell into decline. Here's a timeline of the history of Otford Palace. I'm just going to scroll down, you can pause and read it if you want. Can't go inside, but you can see through the gates and the like the mesh that's been put up. You can see all the old fireplaces inside, the windows. See if I can get down lower and you might be able to see them. But yeah, you can see the old fireplaces through there. Work's being carried out by Sevenoaks District Council. A lot of pigeons nesting in there. Wow, that is incredible. So, we're back at my car here at the church car park in Otford. We just had a look at the old Bishop's Palace. That was absolutely fascinating. Otford is a lovely, lovely little village. I'm planning on doing a little day walk here soon as well, probably with Candy, so it'll be like a little short, sort of relaxed sort of walk, and I'll probably, hopefully, try and do a bit more history on it there. But that is the end of part 5 of my North Downs Way adventure. I've been joined by Luke from the Real Travelling Amigos channel, so check him out. He's got a lot of varied stuff on there. It's really cool stuff, and he's very knowledgeable about his history and the local area as well. So that has been really, really useful on this walk. So cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for the company.
It's been a real pleasure, yeah.
It's been good.
And hopefully we'll get to do a wild camp together soon as well, not just a walk. We've got some stuff planned, maybe something around like Biggin Hill, some sort of history there, and like a themed wild camp as well, and a bit of a walk. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe even do another section of the North Downs Way together. We'll see.
Hopefully,
The world is our oyster, as they say. So,
and the best oysters are in Whitstable.
that is true. That is true. Yeah. So yeah, you'll definitely see Luke again on the channel. And all that leaves me to say is thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And remember, take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, get out there and explore. I'll see you again soon, everyone. Goodbye.
See you later. Bye.